Walk blessed, my dame. How can Sylvan and friends serve you today? Would you like to open a personal vault? Or perhaps even acquire an estate?
A personal vault?
A ledger. Your very own safe in our house, which we will manage on your behalf. We will meticulously track all your deposits and withdrawals, and best of all, thanks to our very generous interest rates, the longer you entrust your money with us, the more it proliferates on its own.
How can my money proliferate on its own?
Well, evidently this was a metaphor. Just imagine that for every day your money rests in our vaults, we present you with some extra coin on top of it, as in appreciation for your trust, so to speak.
What? And you do this at your own expense? How can that be profitable for you?
Well, you see, this is a highly complicated process, and I fear it would be a matter of near impossibility to elucidate my response in such a fashion that you would be capable of comprehending it with your, I beg your pardon, most likely quite limited intellectual capabilities. Let us talk about more enjoyable matters instead, such as your money.
Look, if you want my money, you'll tell me what to do with it.
Fine, then. We use it to trade.
You trade with the coin of your customers?
We invest, for example, in promising expeditions on new trade routes. And from the returns those investments yield, we not only pay our employees, but your interest as well. Now, don't you look at me that way. We have to make a living somehow, too.
And what happens to my money if your investments turn out to be mistakes?
Banks do not make mistakes. Didn't your parents teach you this?
No, of course. Banks do not make mistakes. Sorry. I should have thought of that.
Now enough of this nonsense and back to business. Do you want to open a gold shelf or not?
Yes, I want to open a vault.
Very well. We will need a 100-penny deposit to start with. After that, you may make a withdrawal or deposit whenever you would like.
Fine. Here's the money.
Excellent. You will not regret this. Here, this is your personal safe key. This way, you may access your shelf even when we are closed. To make a deposit, simply talk to one of the bankers or put it on the shelf yourself. And should you acquire any shareholdings, simply give them to me and we will allocate them with your future interest.
Shareholdings? What do you mean?
Well, holdings for something, a business, a caravan, things like that. But forgive me for saying so, you do not seem to be a woman of means, so I don't suppose it will be relevant to you.
I have this paycheck from Mendel's penny pouches. He said I could hand it in here.
Penny pouches? So that old man found himself a new errand boy, did he? Show me. Yes, this looks solid indeed. Here is your money.
Thanks.
Walk blessed! And don't forget, your money is safe with Sylvan and friends. Exceedingly safe, believe me.
A good type of peace weed. Jesus, why is that stuff so expensive? Now, if it isn't the heroine of the hour.
Who exactly is Mael del Lauren? I've heard that name before.
Oh, you did? I'm impressed. Particularly since he's the Grand Master of this guild.
Where can I find him?
In the guild house, just on the other side of the street. Now hurry, he doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Hey, why so snappy?
If that's what snappy sounds like to you, maybe you should consider a change of profession. I heard the bathing house is still looking for harlots.
Whoa. Look, if you have a problem with me, just tell me. Then we can resolve this.
Oh, there is no problem. At least not a problem that needs resolving. Let me put it this way. I'm impressed by how you, without a moment's hesitation, used the tragic events at the caravan site for your own advantage. But I guess that's just how this world works. Business is business.
This is absurd. I don't know what your bloody problem is. And honestly, I don't care.
No, of course you don't. Walk blessed.
If it's climb and fish you seek, then come and take it.
Oh my. You just don't get any younger.
Walk, walk, walk.
Take a seat. Good. Thank you for coming. I'm Mael DeLorean, by my path Guildmaster of the Golden Sickle. What is your name?
Zoe, well met.
Well met, I'll be frank. You're an outlander, and that makes you pathless. And I'm sure you know by now that the Golden Sickle is more than just a band of merchants. It's a citadel of traditional values in a time when they hardly exist anymore. Still, I believe that everyone has the right to prove themselves, pathless or not. And when you fought those assassins, you did just that. Even though you were too late. So, as promised, I'll make it short. I want to promote you to the rank of Protector.
The quartermaster suspected as much. He didn't seem very happy for me, to be honest.
That sounds just like him. You know, there were times when Mindalus was young and full of ideals. But his behavior these days continues to remind me that those times are long past. I suppose he thinks your promotion is unfair to the other recruits. But you're fit for the task. Even he should see that.
One question. Is this the guild house of the Sickle? I imagined it would be different.
How? With floors made of marble and statues of gold? This is not a brothel for nobles. It's a place of work. And in my experience, that kind of nonsense does one thing above all else. Distract.
What exactly does that mean? Serve as a protector?
The same as working for the trading post. Only you will no longer have to waste your skills on running errands. You promise to honor the principles of the Golden Sickle, and to never act out against it or its members. In return, you will be granted a good pay and path-abiding honest work. Work that other outlanders would give their left hand for, if I may say that.
You should know that I have other responsibilities as well. I will not be available day and night.
You don't have to be. You help the Sickle when it needs help, and you get paid. That's it.
I'm interested.
Good. Can you read and write?
Yes.
Excellent. This contract contains what we expect from you in written form. Read it, sign it, and then we can start.
Agreement between the Golden Sickle and... I hereby pledge to serve the Merchants Guild of the Golden Sickle as protector until the revocation of this document. This includes to respect of the Guild's statutes, Enderalian law, and the righteous path. To never act against the Sickle or its members and or its business partners. To always adequately represent the Sickle. This includes the above-mentioned rules as well as a decent and ethical behavior. Breach of one or more of the above terms will be punished and can result in immediate nullification of the Protector contract. The Golden Sickle also reserves the right to alert the Guard of Arc in case of serious offenses. Signatories? Here it is.
Excellent. Then we can start right away. Are you ready for your first assignment as a protector?
I am. What do you need me to do?
Before I tell you, I have to ask you something. Are you familiar with the Blue Islands Coalition?
Vaguely.
The Blue Islands Coalition is a league of powerful merchants from the belt of Killet. I take it you've heard about the civil war on Killet. It has been going on for 2 years now. Recently, the Council of Elders, which is made up of mostly wealthy merchants in Killet, succeeded in restoring rudimentary order. That is, if a dictatorship by those cutthroats can be called order.
How did the Civil War start?
Blasphemous rumors about the supposed death of the Lightborn. It's ridiculous when you say it out loud like that. But the Killayans never were a God-fearing people to begin with. I suppose some of the elders were behind those rumors. They wanted all the power for themselves, so they spread a rumor that the gods were dead, and that it was time for a new order to arise. At first it was just a few remaining servants of the Lightborn against the usurpers. Then the latter started turning on each other. Thousands of people died. Although the Killayans brought this upon themselves, it's still a tragedy.
And how exactly does it affect us?
It affects trade. Since the Civil War, the prices for spices, cane sugar, and Kilayan cloth have exploded. And while some might profit from this, most merchants don't. But this situation should settle down now that the war is over, and it's not the topic of this discussion. I need you because some days ago an emissary of the Blue Islands Coalition arrived in Ark.
They sent an emissary, despite the war?
Yes, but it's no ordinary visit. We'll talk of that later.
You don't seem to hold this council of the elders in high regard, do you?
I don't. But that's a different story.
So, what's my role in this?
I want you to meet this emissary and give him this letter. It's a written invitation to come to the guild's house for dinner.
Wait, I thought you said becoming a protector would free me from running errands.
We are talking about a representative of one of the world's most powerful merchant guilds. This is not an ordinary errand.
Understood. Where can I find this emissary?
Well, finding that out will be part of your job. But I suppose he's somewhere in that city where there are colorful clothes and shining jewels. Kilayans are drawn to that kind of flashiness like children to sweets. Now go. Come back to me once you've delivered the message.
Noble citizens of Ark, lick your lips in untamed desire as the ambrosial smells of our unrivaled fresh and tasty bread caresses your nostrils.
Oh, she no talk to dull. In all bad, talk to others.
It won't take long. You're here with the Blue Islands Coalition, aren't you? I'm looking for your emissary.
Emissary? She talk about the jam. The jam not here. The jam other place. Perhaps Dull can remember, but she needs to help his memory. Dull's memory old and full of holes, like cheese.
Old and full of holes? You're still in your 20s.
She right. But sailor life is rough, and sea winds blow away thoughts just like that. Dull heard that pennies can help, but Dull not knows if true.
All right then, I don't have time to argue. Here's your money. Now tell me where I can find this Dijam.
Ah, she very generous. Oh, and look, Memories come back. Dijam went bathing. In a house with many waters. She look there. She has what she came here for. Go now. Leave Dul alone.
They always go too easy on the scum.
Walk blessed, walk blessed. Has my dame come to indulge in the hot springs of the Larkses? Or is my dame simply looking for a place to forget about life's daily sorrows? In either case, she will be required to pay a toll of 57 pennies.
Actually, I'm looking for someone. His name is Dijam. Any chance he's around here somewhere?
Unfortunately, a man with such a name is not known to me.
Let her in. I'll pay.
My dame, you should cover yourself.
Oops.
Let's talk downstairs, shall we? I want to indulge in these beautiful springs for as long as I can.
Some shifts
Wait a
never
moment. You are Dijam?
As far as I know, yes. Dijam Onelis, daughter of Jiran, emissary of the Blue Islands Coalition, and newcomer to this wonderful city. But let's save the introductions for later, shall we? It's cold up here.
Sounds like a plan. Do all Chileans do their business in a pool?
Depends on the business, I guess. Are you coming?
Alright, why not?
So, I take it you're the welcoming party from the Sickle, am I right? I was told someone would contact me as soon as we landed, but for the past 2 days, no one has. I thought I might as well take a look around the city. Even though this city has certainly seen better days, at least according to the gossip. Red madness, lost ones in the forests, crazed brigands. Phew!
You've been waiting for 2 days?
I have. But I've been warned that this Deloran is a... how shall I say... a complicated character. I'm important, and I'll let you feel just how important by letting you wait. But who cares? Once an idiot, always an idiot.
Some shifts never
So why exactly does the Blue Islands Coalition take the risk of sending a ship to Enderal? With all that's going on.
I'm sure they have their reasons.
Why are you here? What is this important business Deloran talked about?
Now, aren't you curious? But fine, why not? We want to buy an artifact from the Sickle. An ancient and powerful one.
What kind of artifact?
One of unmatched value. 2 golden testicles from a Vatir, each of them weighing 3 pounds.
Some shifts never
Are you serious?
Of course I am. Jokes aside, I would be a bad merchant if I went around gossiping with confidential information, wouldn't I? Don't take it personally.
Anyway, my elder Lauren gave me a letter for you. Here.
Show me. Formal supper in the guild's house with Deloran himself. Oh my, this is going to be an evening full of jesting and good humor. You can tell Deloran I'll be there. Thanks for delivering the message.
My pleasure. Hopefully it won't be the last one.
Charming.
Ah, one more thing before you go. Urinal. I've heard that accent before, but I just can't put my finger on it. Where are you from?
Nerim. I haven't been here for long.
Of course, that was it. And how is it that a traveler like you is now running errands for the Golden Sickle?
Well, the sickle pays well.
Uh-huh. Anyway, good luck with whatever you do next. Ah, and if you're in the mood for it, apparently there's a Chilean minstrel group in this city, and they perform in the tavern just next to the bathing house. I'll stay there for the time being, and I wouldn't mind a good chat.
For you, I could spare some time.
Now, aren't you subtle? Then walk blessed, as people here like to say.
Some
Walk
shifts never
blessed.
end.
Yes?
I delivered your message to that emissary, the Jam. She has accepted your invitation.
She? Oh, wonderful. That changes a lot.
Just in case you haven't noticed, I am a woman too. Is that a problem?
No, because you know the meaning of responsibility and discipline.
What now?
Now you'll get your pay. Go talk to Penny Pouches. I will contact you if your services are needed once again, which will most likely be very soon.
I see. Farewell, then.
Farewell. There's one more thing. This Dijam. What's your take on her?
I haven't made up my mind yet.
I see. Now go. You'll hear from me. You just have to work if you want to achieve something. It's just how it is.
Of course they have. You know how these bureaucrats are, but they will do it.
Very good. Thanks for your efforts, my friend.
Don't mention it. I just hope you know what you're doing. You know, many see the course the Order has taken since you came back as disquieting. Narazul's mages in the temple, an outlander as a keeper. It's a lot to take in.
I know, Jorik, but someone has to deal with the threat. And if we don't, no one will.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Master Batar.
Prophetess, did you find your way around?
I guess so, yes.
Good. It is important that you get adjusted to this place. It will be the base of all operations to come. Right now, we are still in the dark as to the true nature of this cycle. All we have are fragments, but we will change that. There are 2 trails we have found. I want you to go after both of them.
Which ones?
The first one has to do with the stone fragments from Old Rashengrad. Pegast has not yet told you, but all of them together form a so-called sigil stone, which we urgently need. The Arcanists have already put it together, but we still lack a part of the ritual to activate it. And for that, we need the memory of a dead person. The second trail revolves around a discovery we made in the Heartland. It could be a significant, if not the only prospect we have in this fight. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with the stone. What do we need it for?
It's simple. I've told you that the Pyreans knew about the cycle, and that they too battled it before they vanished. The sigil stone was a magical defense they created to protect themselves from the Red Madness.
Protect how?
Through small fragments that segregate once a certain ritual is performed on it. Wear one of these fragments and it will serve you like a shield for your spirit. The stone won't produce enough for all citizens of Ark, but enough for all of us keepers and the guard. The problem is that we lack knowledge about this ritual, and those who have it have been dead for millennia.
So that's why we need the memory of a dead person.
Correct. The entire plan revolves around a discovery which is exhibited in the Chronicum. The frozen corpse of a Pyrean, which a fisherman found adrift in the Northern Sea some years ago.
And we have to, what, somehow access his memories?
Yes, the ice prevented his body from decaying. But go to the Chronicum and speak to Archmagister Cyrodiil. He will be able to explain it better than I can.